man. Man, I'm really glad that you were able to make it. Thank you so much, Rick, for coming. And today we're just gonna, trying to talk a little bit about your passion, because I really know that you are in love with physics. Physics is your favorite subject, since like high school. So I just want you to tell us a little bit, what really drive you to this, this subject? Why physics? How did it all started, like from high school to, all the stage you've crossed up to now, right? Guinea, the love of physics. How did it all started? Who inspired you? I don't know. Where did you get this, this love for physics?
Yeah, for real. This is a nice question, definitely. I really like talking about that passion, actually,
Right.
because it's something that I live every day. And so, we were together in Guinea at that time while we were in high school, working, preparing our bachelor on baccalaureate, something like that. It was quite difficult times, but the passion of physics didn't come so easily, you get. At the beginning, I was so inspired by something like politics, and I was not that good in physics at all, and in mathematics, all that. And I was quite okay for economics and also from some philosophy. And inside of me, I didn't know that I had this ability to be able to handle some tough topics in physics, Until the day we came to terminal, and we were supposed to prepare our baccalaureate. It was a really difficult time trying to learn anywhere how to find out some solution of different questions, what might come for examination day. And at the beginning of the terminal, so that was, I think, the 13th years of the high school.
Yep.
And we were preparing ourselves for that. And I met someone,
Wow.
Mr. Samuel Bore. Maybe he's not connected today, but I guess this professor is someone really human, He has some optimistic ability to teach, and good pedagogue also. Like, he can teach you something that is really normally difficult, and you get it. And that was amazing. And so I liked also describing stuff, like what's happening in the world, like why auto motions are like that, for example. Why do we have here? Why the earth turn around the sun and all that. I like to explain that, but I could not do it in the more scientific context with some formula, and I could not explain that too much. And I met him, and that was kind of like, my marks also at school was not that good in physics, definitely. And he teached me something, bro. The solenoid. You know it already.
Wow. The solenoid.
Definitely. And I fall in love with electromagnetism stuff, bro. And that was the beginning of everything. And I understood that electromagnetism is everything, actually. When you use your phone without internet, Bluetooth, whatever, time frequency domain, like you have Wi-Fi, I don't know, whatever you use today in terms of technology is made of electromagnetism. And the solenoid is one of them, And we started doing that all the way. So we were learning definitely some nice topics, and also these RLC circuits, free oscillations. And that was kind of tough topics at that time. But I got them just by his explanations.
Wow.
I got them so easily. It was so clear in my mind now to understand all those physics behind the scene. Like, I said, it is so easy. And then I fall in love with that. And I started reading a lot of books. And more I read a lot of books, more I do a lot of exercises, more I understand, and more I get moving forward, And that day, it was kind of revelation for me. And I just went to school, And one interesting fact also, I also experienced it at that time, is just the fact that starting at that day from just the physics, understanding physics, it helped me also to understand other subjects like biology, mathematics. And that was the highest subjects at that time in our high school co-program, And it was kind of really, I was so like, wow, physics made me understand a lot of things. So I will keep working on physics. I will keep doing physics, nothing else, you know. And then in 2015, I came to France for my bachelor degree in electrical engineering. And I did first year in Marseille. So at that time, it was not too much physics. There were some kind of, so it was 50% mathematics and physics and 50% technology like automation, electrical engineering and all that, said mechanical engineering too. And I was saying, okay, that is kind of part of physics, but it's too much applied in the field of industry. And also I wanna do fundamental research for me, you know. I like describing stuff.
You
So
want to go deep, right?
I want to go deep inside the topic, you know.
Okay.
And then I decided, no, this is not too much. This is not for me. It is not, it is too much applied. I want something that is fundamental, you know, research itself. And then I decided to do physics. And I went
And that was in which year? When you came to France? Which year was that?
Yes, I came to France in 2015, around 2015, 2016, you know.
Okay.
And then I went to Germany
Okay.
to do physics, you know.
Wow.
Because I knew Germany is a really, so in terms of physics, the highest Nobel Prizes in the world went from Germany. They came from Germany, you know. And in the 18th century, they were actually the country with the highest level of research in terms of fundamental physics and also modern physics. And then I said, okay, the best place to study physics is nowhere else as in Germany. You know?
Wow.
And then I went to the Informationsgesellschaft Universität, which is Paderborn Universität. Mm-hmm. And they are really good in all areas and field of technology without like real-life technology, you know, like electromagnetism, modern optics, quantum physics, and quantum information, and they are so good in that. Okay. And then there I did my bachelor thesis, and it was interesting because I understood something like physics is a multi-physics, multidisciplinary stuff, you know, like you can learn physics and be able to do something in some other areas like informatics. Okay. You can do something also like when you are a physicist, you don't need too much time to handle other stuff, you know, to learn different stuff coming from other fields like electronics or technology or whatever, you know. And being physicist, open in mind too.
Wow.
And you understand actually how the world is made, because if you are a believer, if you believe in God, mm-hmm. you will be in such a position to understand how God is great, definitely, you know, like.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really like that part.
Exactly, bro, because you will be in the position of understanding how mm-hmm. all of this is made, and it is not easy stuff. And physicists are working on that. They are trying to figure out how the world is made, how God created everything, and they are still working on it. Wow. And one specialist, like one special subject talking about this reality is the quantum physics itself. And this is one of the best areas nowadays physicists and scientists are working on, definitely. And for me, it is how my passion for physics came from. And now I'm still working on it, and I hope I will be moving forward, you know.
Wow. Wow. This is beautiful, man, because if I could imagine, because like since we started high school, man, because like even as you said, I didn't see your passion in physics at the very beginning, right? Because like it was from grade 12 to 13 that I saw you were having this kind of inspiration. But I didn't know that Mr. Bore was the one behind that, you know. He was the game changer for you. He's been a greater part of your support system, I could say. And he was there for you, right, to support, to make it easier for you to even understand the formulas and all those things. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.